I'm Diana. I'm Italian, and I moved to Spain about 15 years ago. I don't think it's such a good idea to have a video of YouTube.
Are you going to be quiet, guys?
Julio, ven aquí. Ven, bebé. Ven. Ponte ahí y viene, ¿vale? I started with a bed and breakfast project 3 years ago. Then during the COVID, lots of people were asking help for animals. We started always been an animal lover, so I started to help animals in need. And at the end, the project of bed and breakfast, of course, was abandoned in favor to found an animal sanctuary. The first animal here, apart of my dogs and cats, was Oliver, our goat. The farm was going to be sold and all the animals inside were going to be killed. So friends asked me to help, and in that moment we managed to save more than 10 goats. When I helped Oliver, the goat, the brother was really sick. So I started to try to find a vet that was taking care about goats, and was really hard. And I realized that in the island was no help for this kind of animal. Nobody was taking care of an animal that is not a dog or a cat, neither vets. So I decided to help this kind of animal. Then, as you can see, even dogs and cats are welcome at the sanctuary, but we are mainly centered into farm animal and animal that has no other opportunity. Sometimes we take private animals when it's the case of animals that won't have a second chance in a public shelter, really old or sick dogs and cats and so on. We rescue animals on their last opportunity. So if we know that someone else can do that for us, we do not accept the animal. When I moved here 10 years ago, the first thing I found here, I told you I came and I opened my own business. I opened a bar. I found in a trash bin 10 dogs in a bag, in a plastic bag, nearly dead. And I had to scream because nobody was listening at him. I called the police, and police were laughing at me. It was like, yeah, and that's trash. After 10 years now, if they found a cat in a trash bin, it is on a newspaper. So something changed. And I think that working all together, all the association, and to educate people, that's why a lot of times we go to schools to speak with children and try to grow up a new generation. I think that things can change. And then acting and showing the way you do things, maybe you can change the minds. And yes, the island changed a lot in the last years, so I'm proud, and I think we should be. we need to do a lot more, but we are on the good way. I try to make a community where money are not a matter, where people here don't have to think about money or any kind of relationship, that it is not based on love. Even with the animals, I know different places where they give you a time to do things. I don't care how long does it take to do things. Excuse me. I don't care how long does it take things. The only thing I care is that you do with love. When you work with love, you need to give all what you got to have back all what people got. So I think the special thing of La Casa, Estrellas is this kind of love in the air, where you can just be yourself, be accepted and be loved as you are. And you can give everything to us, and we can take care of it and give all what we got to you.
Did you expect your life to turn out like this?
No, never. Actually, there's a surprise even for me. I had to change a lot. And I had to accept a different kind of life. I was really taking care of my image, dressing, hairdresser or whatever. So I was really used to comfort, and when I started the project, everything changed because we live in the middle of the desert. But I'm really happy to do this now because I left the superficial part of my life, I found what I really feel, and to save a life, it is much more meaningful than anything else for me. It has been really hard in the first moment. So that's why also I can understand a lot the volunteer when they arrive, because I know that the change is a big change. But once you get a little bit used to the new kind of life, what you bring back home is something you won't forget never, I think. I really believe in the law of attraction law. So I never worried, even if sometimes I see there is not so much funds. I know that if I need something for the project, it will come out. Until now, I have no problem with this. We never have got a lot of money, of course, but we know that if you are doing something right, in a way you will find to do that. I funded this project with some values, and I think that in the moment that animal welfare is not my first point on the list, I need to stop. So sometimes we have been asked to sign some kind of contract that are against my values, and I can't. If we haven't got the same values, unfortunately, it wouldn't work. It will be just a money matter, and money are nothing in this life. I mean, they are important for certain things, but they can't guide you to make some decisions that are wrong for your way to be. At the moment, the funding are raised between two platforms. One is Teaming and the other one is GoFundMe. Other people are doing just directly donation, and also we fundraise with second-hand markets and the shop. And the last things are some events we organize, generally some bingos, concerts, or we also got a project that is running every Saturday for us, collecting money. So that's the only way that I like to do things. I mean, I don't like to go knock at the door and ask for something. I prefer do and make people see what I do, and they will decide how to help. Yes, there are thousands of different ways to help us. One is, of course, fundraising, or give a donation. If they live on the island, they can also help in the organization of events, or at the shop, or at the markets. They can also come to the sanctuary and help you guys to clean and feeding the animals. And more or less, these are the way, but we are open to any kind of help. I don't know what will be in 10 years, in 20, or I don't think to the future. I'm just here now. In this moment, I know that this is what I want to do. This was what I meant to do. So I keep going. What I do pay me so much that all the pains gone in a second. I hope tomorrow that there is no more names of La Casa y las Estrellas. I hope that we can close our door and just pension with the animal we got, you know. Because all the animals are well treated and no animals are in need. But I don't know how it will be tomorrow, so I just keep going and doing what